Today we are at the 13th annual Kwita Izina ceremony where 23 baby gorillas were named. Now we went ahead to speak to different stakeholders to get the business sense and also to understand how far these conservation strategies have pushed the country.
I see it as a huge component of what is successful and what's great about Rwanda, and I think that it needs to keep working on that all the time, keeping expanded, but I think that's the future. Bring the people here. The conservation that's going on in Rwanda is unique in the world. Most of the world's species are declining, and here you have got the gorilla population. I think I saw the last gorilla being born, I think it was 600, number 6. I witnessed it myself. So I think what the world can learn is that there is a better way that you can turn, the conservation projects into a huge financial opportunity. You can bring the tourists here. You've got new one and only hotels opening up here. You've got people coming here. I think it's fantastic. And the game park is another opportunity to come here. So it's the future. Tourism is already the #1, right, driver of the economy in Rwanda. So bring it on. Bring more tourists. Tell the world, come to Rwanda. Right? Rwanda's a great country. My name of my gorilla is called Rohiri, which means lucky, and they used to say Australia's the lucky country, but I think Rwanda's the lucky country.
This 13th edition is a testimony of the dedication and consistency of our governments when it comes to conservation and environmental protection. In Rwanda, the protection of the gorilla has not only been a plus for the environment, but also brought much in terms of tourism, in terms of foreign income, and it has also changed the life of the people living around Musanze and Kinigi and beyond.
This is a natural African reflex. So what Rwanda is doing, they are just bringing this old African reflex into life. And then we should greet Rwanda for this leadership as an example of African getting back to the roots. Because as you know, in the past, our grandfather, even though when they was doing farming, they will not farm all the space. They will keep some space for regeneration. But I think new ideas come, Africa is changing. So this is conservation for me, is appeal to get back to our roots. So I'm happy that Rwanda is taking the lead on that, under the leadership of President Kagame. This is something we all Africa, we need to follow. One thing I always say to many business partners, I say, we're very good to go on vacation on different Miami, London, Paris, but we most of all don't know our own countries. Tourism today is a big industry. So imagine Africa today, we have 54 countries. If we decide to visit each year a country, this is a lifetime vacation. And also, we will bring that wealth, we will keep it within the continent. We can travel to London, to wherever, but we also need to do the same on our continent. This is a question also of keeping the wealth in Africa.
The 14th edition of Kwita Izina coincided with a 3-year partnership between Rwanda and Arsenal Football Club, which was signed in May this year. It was reiterated that the partnership will be critical as Rwanda looks to double tourism revenues from $404 million currently to $800 million by 2024.
I see it as a brilliant marketing move, absolutely brilliant, because I said to the president a few years ago when I met him, I said, Rwanda, it's the best kept secret, okay? I said, we got the secret's starting to get out, but we need a slogan. We need something to bring the people here. And when I saw the president a couple of months ago, he said, I've got the slogan. I said, what's the slogan, Mr. President? He said, Rwanda works, okay? Rwanda works. We need to bring the people here. So, because your Rwanda area's got planes all around the world, brand new fleet, you want to connect to the main markets like in the UK, and you want to bring people here because Rwanda works, and we've got to get the message out there. We don't want that Rwanda to be a secret, so that's what's really important. Marketing is the answer, and Arsenal's huge high profile, so I think it's the right thing to do.
For us, whenever we're looking for partners that we believe can help grow our profile, but also that we believe we can help them grow their profile. And the really exciting thing about the partnership for us was feeling like we could really help Rwanda grow one of their biggest exports and really drive tourism numbers to this country. And we've already seen in the promotions and activations that we've done with Rwanda so far the extraordinary reach that we can provide. So, for example, a month or so ago, we surprised our Arsenal first team by having some Rwandan dancers and drummers coming to the training ground and surprising the players after training. And in just 4 days, we had 2.1 million people who'd seen that piece of content. So it was a really nice start to the partnership, showing how we can really drive the name of Rwanda and celebrate everything that Rwanda has to offer through tourism through this partnership. Today we have Alex Scott, who's here to name one of the gorillas. Over 100 caps for England, over 100 caps for Arsenal, played in the Olympics. We've got Lauren here as well to name a gorilla, part of the Invincible team, 2 league titles. So we've got Arsenal legends coming out here to help promote Rwanda. We'll have Arsenal first team players out here. We'll have Arsenal coaches coming here to coach boys, girls, men, women, coaches as well. We'll also have some of the best Rwandan players coming back to London to train at our facilities. So it's a really multifaceted partnership. It's branding, it's promotion with players, it's bringing Arsenal here, it's bringing Rwandans back to London as well.
2024, $800 million is what we want to achieve in tourism. And that means doubling from $438 million that we achieved in 2017. Now, that requires a lot of work and a lot of efforts to do that. But we're going to focus on doing mainly 3 things. Number one, we're going to make sure that there's more and better infrastructure in Rwanda so that when tourists come, they have good hotels, they have good airlines flying into Rwanda, they have high-speed internet, they have all the infrastructure that connects them around the country. Already we do well in those areas. We have lots of 5-star hotels, but there's a lot that we can still do, especially outside Kigali. So we're going to be focusing on that a lot. Number 2, we're going to market Rwanda even more to the world. We just signed a deal between Rwanda and Arsenal where we had a lot of attention and a lot of recognition of our brand in the tourism world. Because of that, we've seen very increased interest in our country. And so marketing Rwanda, not just with Arsenal, but we're marketing Rwanda in the US. We did a documentary called Rwanda the Royal Tour in the US. We're signing a deal with Alibaba to have our tourism products available on the Chinese e-commerce. All these are going to be the different ways that Rwanda is going to be known, and we're marketing Rwanda to the rest of the world. The third part of our strategy is service delivery, and that is everything to do with service delivery, from ensuring this peace and security, which we already have in the country, but also really when our guests go to the hotels, really ensuring that their services improve, they get better all the time, and the quality is really of very, very, very good standards. And other than that, we're also doing conservation even more because our tourism is very much anchored on conservation. So making sure that we don't lose focus of is very important in our strategy. And we believe by doing all these 3 things, we will be able to achieve the target that we want. We are just getting on that now.